This is for the Mayday rally. These are my 2 replies to Clara Weiss on YouTube. As Trotsky explained, the imperialist system is an international system with weak links. If Russia is weak, that further serves to prove that imperialism is weak. Whether or not the SCP agrees or disagrees with any specific policy of the Russian government should have no impact on an objective view of the imperialist system and its parts. Russia has found a place for itself within the imperialist system by exporting natural gas and oil, forming a significant part, 40% in some places, of EU energy imports. In one sense, by restoring capitalism to Russia, the imperialist system made itself much weaker, having eliminated the Stalinist dictatorship in Russia. The banks and corporations have a hack that allows them to control any capitalist state using financial capital. This hack puts Russia's large military and arsenal under the control of the oligarchy and finance capital. Only the reorganization of Russia's military and state on socialist foundations can eliminate the influence of imperialism in that region of the world. As for the breakup and subjugation of the country, we can oppose this far more effectively by pointing out that Putin and Yeltsin oversaw a 50% decline of GDP after the fall of the USSR. These oligarchs do more to subjugate Russia by forcing it to accept the defeat they signed onto when they broke up the USSR. A Russian empire under their leadership will only degrade their conditions further. Russian military actions in Moldova and economic actions against Poland and Bulgaria show that the Russian Empire will not stop at the borders of the Ukraine. The Austro-Hungarian and German empires that entered into World War I had substantially weaker governments, and both fell as a result of the war. Lenin and Trotsky never argued, however, that these countries, due to their relatively weaker economies, were not imperialist. Maybe unifying Austria-Hungary with Serbia or Russia with the Ukraine would benefit their bottom lines. But if Austria-Hungary needed to expand in Serbia and Russia, in Serbia and Russia into the Ukraine, that indicates internal weakness, not strength. Not Putin as a visionary for unity, but as one overseeing a cornered Russia. Lenin and Trotsky criticized the social chauvinism of the socialist parties within those countries as major causes of the war. Every country, without exception, even Russia, will need to fight the imperialists and their liberal allies in order to prevent a return to World War and to end capitalism as a global system. Clara Weiss's argument, also in response to Clara Weiss's argument. This is essentially a Trotskyist or a liberal argument, which serves to protect imperialism everywhere, most critically in their weak links. Trotskyists need to argue that imperialism is only as strong as its weakest link, and so a fourth international government can take the power in a less powerful country, and then continue to support world revolution in every capitalist country. The point is not to establish socialism in one country, but this time in the United States, a more powerful country. The same failed strategy in a new place with a new privileged bureaucracy to defend it. The aim is to establish a world federation of worker states that takes control of the global economy and eliminates the power of the capitalist ruling class everywhere. Only a new faction of the ICFI can defend this Marxist point of view against the nano-bureaucracy's revisionism. The theoretical battle against revisionism must take organizational forms.